Okay, let's see how this goes. Yep. Okay, I got a green dot on the bottom. So we're good to go. Just a minute. I did this as an impromptu. I'm not really expecting many people to come in to this, and I am sorry. I will warn you ahead of time, and I will say something again during this that I had to go back to my old webcam, and I am very soft spoken. So if you want to hear me clearly, I promise you, if you turn your volume to max, you will not wake up your family or your friends or whoever's with you that's sleeping right now. Guarantee it, because I'm very soft spoken. So I would suggest that you turn your volume up so that you can hear me. Otherwise, you may not hear me very well because of this webcam. Is it takes a minute for it to go in and for you to be able to hear you really well. I know. Every time I start this, it does this to me. It did this when I did my live workout before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my tablet too. So just give me a second. So that way, if this doesn't go over the way I want it to, I will still have a video of this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm trying to do this live on my YouTube. I know that it may be a problem because my new webcam messed up and I lost it. So my thing is, I know you have to turn the volume up to max. So I need you to turn your dial up to max or you won't be able to hear me throughout this thing because I am soft spoken and I'm going to try to speak up as loud as I can, but I can't promise how well you will be able to hear me. So I'm also recording this on my tablet right here. So if it doesn't work out very well and the volume doesn't come in as good as I want to, it did end up coming in better as I spoke, but it took a minute. It was like it had to get used to me. Hi, Kid Savage. I'm sorry. Are you able to hear me now? I mean, you have to pretty much that's why I put in the title to turn your volume up to max. I hope you're doing well. And yes, I noticed you're there. I'm just trying to get set up because I'm also recording this on my tablet for you guys, just in case. I can always delete it after because it did this to me when I did my live workout not long ago with my old webcam. At the beginning, you couldn't hear me. So I'm going to try this. And Natalie says you guys can hear me now. So let me tell you my story. Um, First of all, I worked out a lot when I was young. Okay. I've always been in a very athletic family and I've never went to college or don't have any college degrees like some of these people out there do. But I know what I'm doing because I've done enough of it. I would go and do workout clubs with my family. I would work out with my dad and my brothers at home. Um, yes, I wanted you to see. I bought it. Ta-da! I did buy the shirt. So, um, I the cool thing is that I worked out a lot. I remember my brother would be in there. My brother could bench 500 pounds. Okay, when he was um, in his teens, in the early 20s, he could bench like 500 pounds, and I would be like wanting to work out with them. So they would hand me 2 cans of vegetables, and that's what I would use for weights. And my weight substitute video, I tell people you don't have weights at home, you can use bleach bottle, detergent bottle, gallon of milk, gallon of water, um, cans, so that at least you're able to do the same motions that I'm doing in the workouts if you don't own weights. So I always encourage people and let people know you can do that. But anyway, I remember doing that when I was a little girl with them. It was so much fun, Kid Savage. I loved it. So we had a trampoline, we had a pool. So I was always very active, always. And so I always knew how to exercise, but it didn't really get to where exercising was seemed important to me until I hit my teens. And then that's when I went into homeschool. And when my parents put me into homeschool for my high school year, 4 years of high school, I had some issues at school. And so my mom took me out because I had problems with some of the boys messing with me and I was about to beat some guys up. So, and the dean just said I had to deal with it. So, long story short, there's my story about that. But anyway, so what I did is I started, my mom was so worried, even though I had a pool and trampoline and all that at home, workout equipment, because my dad worked out all the time, right? We had a Soloflex machine, so I worked out with the Soloflex machine and a stepper and all that fun stuff. And she was worried I wouldn't be active enough or have enough activity. So we joined a health club. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what workout class was until we joined the health club. And my sister started going in the evenings, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, and we went together. And oh my gosh, I was opened up to a whole new world of working out. And then I was like, I love to work out. We did a step aerobics class. That was amazing. She played this techno music and she did like a dance aerobic step type thing. So you're like moving really fast. And I was just like, I was blown away. And I was like, okay, if this is what working out is. And then I talked to her afterwards one class and I said, you know what? I'd like to do this for a living. And then she told me how much money she made. I make minimum wage per class. So she was actually a teacher, a school teacher, and she did it on the side. So I was like, no, I guess I'm going to completely scratch the idea of becoming a personal trainer and doing workouts for a living because I'm not going to get anywhere. How do I know I'm going to get married? I may stay single the rest of my life, right? So I didn't want to do that. So here's the thing. So I did that through high school and then I gave it up. And then when I hit about 19, 20, early 20s, I started making up my own workouts at home. My mom got me a stepper when I was about 17 because I finished high school. And they got me a stepper. And I was so excited. I'm almost as savage as you. I like that one. I don't know about that. But anyway, so I started doing and making up my own workout routines and doing my own things with the weights, doing my own things with the, dumbbells, the weight bench we had, everything. I started doing my own stuff. I loved lifting weights. I loved doing anything that had to do with working out. It was so much fun. I looked forward to it. I would get in my room and I'd blare the music and I would just go at it. If I was doing step aerobics and then I go in the family room and do the other workouts. So what happened is I've been through a lot, okay, and I yo-yoed a lot. And so when you yo-yo, it's like you fall off the bandwagon and you fall off and you quit dieting and you quit working out and you quit eating healthy and you just completely stop altogether, right? And so the reason I feel like maybe for some people out there, they can relate to me and I can relate to them because I can help you because I've been there. I know what it's like to fall off and then be so down on yourself that you're like, I give up. I'm not going to even try to get healthy again. I used to be this great in weight when I was a teenager, and then I just stopped and I stopped working out and I stopped eating healthy. And now look at me. There's no way I'm going to be that way again. Yeah, you are. You can do it because I did it. Okay. And so what happened is I got married. So I quit working out. And so I got put on my happy weight, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? So I went up to 165 pounds. Yeah, I was 135 when we got married. Before a year was up, I jumped up to about 165. And that's not healthy. Okay, so what happened, what got me back on it was my husband kind of bashed me a little bit. He wasn't mean about it. It was, well, men, sometimes they just don't know how to talk to you. So he really got on me about my weight. Told me I didn't look good, that I was chunky, that, it's not good for you. He's like, honey, I'm worried about you. You need to lose the weight and it's not healthy, okay? So that kind of bashing, okay? So it wasn't like horribly mean. So anyway, so then I was like, okay, fine. At first I was mad and I was like, I am not doing this. I'm not listening to him and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, he's just being mean and hateful to me for no reason, picking on me, right? So what I did is finally I got on it and I started buying Slim Fast shakes. And I have a diet plan that's in my Health Eat Choice and Eating. I have a diet plan in there if you're interested in seeing what my diet plan is and how I done it and kept it off. And so my diet plan, I started it then. And I started with doing Slim Fast shakes. And I would have Slim Fast shake in the morning, Slim Fast shake in the afternoon. Before I would go on the days I would go to work, I would eat something small. I'd have one piece of pizza, one piece of chocolate, and a can of green beans because there's hardly any calories in it. And we were a lot poorer then. I was only working 12 hours a week. Um, our cupboards were pretty much bare at times. I didn't have a lot to eat, but I made it work and I started losing my weight. I still wasn't working out though, but I was getting the weight off. And then I just kept working at it. You must get my autograph. Now you sound like Natalie, Kid Savage. Oh my gosh, that's what Natalie's always telling me, following me around work. That's Dixie Cuddles. I need your autograph. I'm like, I'm not even famous. Okay. Uh-huh. So here's the cool thing. So what happened is I started doing really good. And then finally I got full time at work. Okay. So when I got full time at work, it was hard to get used to the schedule. And then I was working out and I quit working out. Uh, you do not need my autograph. No, 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 no. So anyway, okay, you. uh, but anyway, so I quit working out, and then I was still kind of eating healthy, but not as healthy as I should. And so I was having a hard time keeping it up. And what got me really going with it was when I was still at Sears, is the fact that I had a girl coworker that actually wanted to work out with me. And I said, you know what? I do know how to work out. I have this separate routine I used to do all the time, and I made up my own. And I said, if you'd like to, we could do it together. And I add dance moves into it, and I make it really fun. Try to. I feel like working out should be fun. I don't feel like it should. You shouldn't feel like you're working out. When you're done with me, I want you to have fun. I want you to be like it's already over, but then, oh my gosh, I'm sore. That's how I want you to feel when you work out with me. So that's why I try so hard to incorporate a lot of fun things into my workouts. Okay. Because that's the way I feel working out should be. So she started working out with me at my mom's house because we lived in the house by then. And our house was so small that there just wasn't enough room for two people to work out together inside the house. So it's like, how am I going to do this? So I started working and we started meeting at my mom's house, and that's how we would work out together. And it was so much fun. And we started doing all kinds of different workouts together. And she motivated me because she would come up to me at work. She'd be like, Lane, look what I ate. And look, my waist is smaller. And I'd be doing the same thing, back and forth. And I was getting back to it. Okay. So then what happened is, I became a lead. And when I became an MC lead, I worked like 60 to 70 hours. I would get overtime sometimes, and I'd just be exhausted. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know, I couldn't work out regular again. So boop, there I went off the bandwagon again. Quit my workouts, quit my dieting. Okay. What happened? My weight started to go back up again. Like, oh, here we go again. So I'm yo-yoing again, right? My autograph and Natalie's. You're gonna mail me 2 pieces of paper so I give you an autograph. What? You think I'm going to be famous someday? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm sorry. I just think that's savage. Oh my god. You too. Okay, you're cracking me up now. So anyway, then things happened at Sears and I lost my job there. You're famous to me now. Aww. Aw. Thank you. That's so sweet. But anyway, thank you so much for saying that, Kid Savage. I appreciate that. Um, but and then when I went on to Bombar, I kind of went off of it a little bit and I quit working out. And then I got good at it again. And then I lost my job at Bombar. I had to start a new job at Walmart where I am now. And I loved it. But again, I had a hard time getting the routine. I was a department manager at the time. I ended up stepping down and I worked 7 to 4 every day. I'm not a morning person, so it was really hard for me to get used to it. Once I got used to it, I was fine. But so how did I work out? It was hard for me to get a workout. And finally, what I had to do is I would come straight home from work as soon as I would walk in the door from work. Um, that's when I would do my workout. I wouldn't eat nothing. Not I just walk in the door, change my clothes, and boom, right to a workout immediately. And that's how I got my workouts in. Otherwise, if I didn't work out when I first walked in the door, I knew I wasn't going to get my workouts in. So I started doing okay with it, and then what happened is I quit eating healthy again and quit dieting again. You guys, again. So finally, I was like, I told my husband, that's it. I'm doing this. I am not yo-yoing anymore. I'm tired of this giving in and not eating healthy and starting to work out and then stopping. So I was determined this time. Okay. So what happened is I was doing so good. The girls at work, this was before Natalie knew me because she wasn't there yet. And they're like, man, girl, you're starting to look so good. You look good in your clothes. You're really slimming down. I can really tell it's making a difference. Blah, blah, and I was working really hard on it, right? Then we had one of the worst nights of our lives. We lost our garage. We had a garage fire. And if you are friends with me on my Facebook, you can go look it up. I named the album Rising from the Ashes. We bought a brand new car, and that brand new car was supposed to be my husband's, not mine this time. I had the first brand new car. And we decided he's a car person. He's in car hobby and detailing cars, tearing apart engines, putting them back together, trannies, whatever, restoring cars, all that kind of stuff. That's what he's into. So I wanted him to have the new car the next time. That's an agreement we made. And he lost his car. He lost his brand new car. He lost all his tools, all his detailing supplies, anything, everything that had to do with cars and with his hobby was in the garage. We lost our mowers. We lost a lot of stuff. But this garage was so small. It was a single garage, but it was really long. I don't know if that makes any sense. But it was horrible. Um, Horror's night of our lives. I'm freaking out. I get out there and then I forget about my cats being in the house. And I'm panicking because I want my babies. Okay. We don't have children. So my cats are my kids. And I wanted my babies. And there was neighbors who drove by who seen the smoke rolling out of the garage. And they banged on the house so hard to make sure they got us awake and got us out of the house as fast as they could. They were like our angels. They were sent from heaven. They were our angels. All right. I'll talk to you later, Kid Savage. Thank you for coming in and saying hi, though. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to see you. Have a good night, okay? Um, and so they were a godsend for us, okay? Because if they hadn't come, we might have lost our lives. Because oh, good. Okay, Natalie, cool. Um, because our house is so small and the garage was this close to the house. Um, then if they had, because they got us out of the house and they grabbed, and they already called 911. They already knew our address because they were neighbors, and immediately they were on 911. They told us, get out of the house. There's a fire in your garage. It looks like it might be getting ready to explode. You need to get out of here now. And um, we pretty much ran out. And but then when I got out there, I kept wanting to run back into the house, and they had already called the fire department. They said, you don't need to call the fire department. They're on their way. And I wanted my cats. I was crying. I wanted back in the house because I wanted to go get my cats. Because I was so scared that that house was going to catch on fire. Their house would catch on fire. And my babies were in there. And I was screaming. But anyway, it was the worst night of my life. And then that stopped me from working out. It was so emotional for us. Because my husband would go in at 7 to 4. At the time, I'd already stepped down. I was working 1 to 10s. And so I had to take care of everything. I was doing all the financial, all the talking to the insurance guys, I had to talk to car insurance or house insurance or constantly on the phone with people. And I didn't have time to work out. And I was emotionally drained. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than that. The next night, when it was time to go to bed and it got quiet, I lost it because I was so scared of another fire that my whole entire body was shaking and I didn't want to go to sleep. I was scared to go to sleep because when you go through that kind of trauma, that's how it is. So of course I quit working out. I quit dieting. I quit everything altogether because it was just too stressful, too emotional. And then we got through that, got our new garage, which you've seen some of the videos. It's now like a 2-car garage. So we got blessed with a bigger garage, a nicer, bigger garage. So, all the emotional trauma we went through, we got blessed. But anyway, so that's why I fell off that time. And then we found out Grayson had melanoma cancer in his eye. He was only 6 years old and he had to have his eye extracted. That's why he's a one-eyed baby. And that was hard too. So finally, I started to get back on it. Not until June, July. During that time, my husband was going through a lot of trauma too. And his mom was dying. And we were dealing with that too. So it was causing him to be kind of mean because he has bad anxiety. So he was, I don't want to go into it, but let's just put it this way. It was so bad that I didn't know if I could take it anymore. And and that's when I started working out so hard. I worked out 6 days a week. I started eating healthy. I was told that I needed to do something about my weight again. One day when I was in the kitchen, I was fixing something and the person was like, you know what? You have really big thighs and a big butt. You need to do something about it. That's what I was told. You need to do something about it. I was basically told I was fat and my thighs and my butt was too big and I needed to get rid of it. They didn't like it. So what did I do? I proved to them I was going to get rid of it. And they said, what are you going to do about it? Fine, I'll show you what I'm going to do about it. I did something about it. I started working out 6 days a week. I started eating super healthy. And I lost my weight. I got to where I was exploring new workouts and new different things and trying to do new moves. And then, Natalie, thank you. Sometimes I don't feel that way thanks to somebody. So definitely don't feel like I am. But anyway, back on the subject of my yo-yoing. What I ended up doing was I got on it really good. And then I started sharing my workouts with Natalie. And that's when Natalie got to meet me. And I really got down really, really good. I was getting down size 6s. Next thing I was in size 4s. Mm-hmm. Next thing I was able to put on a size 2. I'm like, what the world? And I don't wear that tight of clothes. Okay. I'm just not that kind of girl. I don't like it. So I stay with size 6s. That's where I feel comfortable at. Yes, I'm pulling them up all the time, but I don't care. So anyway, but I showed the girl videos to the girls and they were seeing little clippets of my workouts. They were seeing little things, new things I was experimenting with. And they totally told me, they looked at me and they said, you know what? We need to figure out a way to work out with you. We would work out with you. Natalie told me that. Desi told me that. Paula told me that. Ashley told me that. All of them were like, we need to do this. And I'm like, So I talked to my hubby and mentioned to him that they were interested. And I'm like, my house is too small. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So I was like, none of us belong to a health club, and it costs money to join a health club, and none of us have a lot of money. It takes money to rent a place that we can rent once or twice a week. So all of a sudden, I remembered I had an old YouTube account, and that's when it all began. And I'm like, if I can figure out how to go live on my YouTube account, and I was like, can I go live? So I found out I could. And the old webcam that I'm using tonight is what I started out with, and I'm back to it again since my new one broke. And I decided, I want you girls to see how my workouts go. I'm a full workout. So I did a full blown workout for them. I ended up having to silence it because I ended up using all copyright music and didn't really understand the rules of YouTube yet because I was just trying everything out. And anyway, so I had to reload it and show them what it would be, what one of my workouts would be like to work out with me. And I said, okay, now you guys have seen it. Do you really want to do this with me? So we set up a date. Our first time working out together was on December 10th of 2019. It was our first workout, official live workout. And it just blew up from there. I started out small. I made different workouts, and did lives every Tuesday. Now I do them about every other Tuesday. I'm going to start getting back up to doing them again after this Tuesday, not this Tuesday, the following Tuesday. I'm going back to my lives again, everybody. So if you want to join my live class, I will be doing them again. So that's my story. And the thing is, I have, ever since I started teaching the workouts and teaching workout classes and doing this, and the girls see what I eat at work and things like that, I'm realizing I'm setting an example for people. This is more than just for me now. I'm helping somebody. I'm helping other people. I'm encouraging them. I'm encouraging them to do better, to be healthier, to take care of themselves, to work out, and to be healthy. And so I'm realizing that. So the teacher has to set the example. You don't want to teach your students to do something and then you're not doing it. You're self-correct. I tell them you shouldn't be eating that, but then they're watching you eat it. Then they're like, yeah, I'm going to really listen to you and quit eating that because you're doing it. So why should I stop doing it? Right? So it's been good for me because I finally have got my weight down and I'm keeping it down. And it's all because of the fact that I now teach these workout classes and I help people. And what really will help you if you yo-yoed off and on like I have, because I just told you my story. I told you how many times I fall off the bandwagon. I didn't count them, but probably about 5 or 10 times, right? And finally now I'm sticking to it and I'm staying with it. And one of the things that is helping me to stay with it is having others that I work out with and having others that look to me for these workouts. It's really encouraged me to do better. Also, I'm realizing the importance of being there for my family. My mom's 84 years old. I'm the baby in the family. And so since I'm the baby, I know that my siblings are going to get to that point too, where, it'd be nice if I'm able to help them because all of us have decided not to have children. So and who's it going to fall on? The baby when they have health issues, right? So I need to take care of myself so I can help others. If you don't take care of your health, if you don't work on it, if you don't take care of your health, you can't be there for other people. You just can't. You have so much more energy when you eat healthy and you work out regular. You will notice a boost in your energy level. You'll notice a boost in your moods. You'll have a better mood, better frame of mind. It's just all the way around, not just health wise, is working out good for you. It's good for your moods and it's good for other things too. So it's really important to get back on it. If you fall off, it's okay. Just be like me and don't give up. Okay? Don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep growing. You can do it. And I'm here with you. One thing is I have a business account on my Facebook which is Dixie Cuddles Fitness, is my business page. You always feel free if you need advice or you need defense or you're having a hard time getting into your workouts or you're yo-yoing like I have and you need somebody to just give you some inspiration and motivation. You need someone to talk to. Message me. I'm more than happy to be there for you. I'm really quick about writing back. I also have a personal account, and this is a personal account. Natalie may help me out with talking to you too, okay? Because I have Natalie as my administrator on my business page. I have nobody on my personal account. So you want it just to be me and you talking and nobody else. See, Natalie will tell you that and it'll come up as Dixie Cuddles, whether it's me or her. So if she talks to you and she's not sure how to completely answer your question, she will say, Elaine, make sure you go and check out your business page because there's a message from so and so, and I don't know how to help them with this question. So, and then I'll get right back to you. I'm really fast. Natalie will tell you I'm super fast and answering some messages, and so is she. We'll get right back to you on anything that you write us. But if you really want to talk one-on-one with me, and know that you're talking only to me and nobody else, you want to go find Dixie Cuddles Fitness on Instagram. It's called Dixie Cuddles Fitness, the name of my YouTube channel on Instagram. That is my personal Instagram account. I do nobody else but you and me would be talking. Those messages would be private just between the two of us. So that's fine with me too. And I have a personal Facebook account, yes, but no, I don't talk to people like that on there. But I'm okay with you writing me on either one. And, so you can private message me or direct message me on Instagram too, which is Dixie Cuddles Fitness. But like I said, it's not a business account. So don't be disappointed if you see all my personal stuff. You see pictures of me on vacation at Timbuktu or playing with my cats and me trying on crazy outfits and me being silly at work, doing selfies with the girls because they're always wanting to do selfies. I love the selfies of us when we were trying to clean up the glitter in the men's department that day. It was so funny. We had it all over in our hair everywhere. So anyway, I guess if you go to my personal Instagram account, you get to know me better too. You always have dance parties at work. We're having it tonight. So that's my story. And why should you choose me? Because when I make workouts, I try very hard to make them fun and interesting. I try to not make them boring, and I make sure that you enjoy it the whole time you're working out with me. Even though Natalie will tell you sometimes she says I'm killing her. I try my very best to make them fun. And sometimes I do moves that you're like, what in the world are you doing? And then you'll start cracking up watching me do it because it's kind of funny looking. And sometimes I do it on purpose just to throw something in there to make people go, what in the world? I've been playing, I got a Meta Small series that hasn't come out yet, and I've done a few little moves in it that I know you guys are going to start rolling when you see it. So I like to make you laugh too, if I can, because laughing is the best medicine. So I just try to make sure the workouts are fun, but I also try to make sure they're hard enough that you still get results. At the end of it, you're like, wait a minute, did I just finish working out? Yeah, you did. So come join me sometime. Join my lives. Try out my other workouts. I think you'll find them very interesting and you'll enjoy it. And I it's like just think about it. It's a okay. I don't want to start this not on YouTube. We got an inside joke. Let's just put it that way. Well, the medicine ball ain't blue. Okay, I had to say it. I said it. The medicine ball is not blue. She got it. There was this kid, this guy at work, and he would eat lunch with us all the time. Kind of think he had a crush on me, to be honest, because he'd eat with us every lunch break. Alex was always eating with us on lunch break, and he would we would start talking about blue balls, and it would just crack us up because he thought we were talking about something else. And he would turn so red, and out of the room he would go, and we could not stop laughing. Oh, poor guy. Because we weren't talking about that at all. And he thought we were. Uh, shoving down M&M's down my throat. Very funny. Okay, so I will tell you that working out with me is fun, and I really think you will enjoy it. I really hope you enjoy my story, but I really want you to know I've been through a lot of things too. I've been through, you heard me barely briefly mention body shaming. I've been through being body shamed. I was told after I lost my weight that I will say it, that my breasts were looked like pancakes, and they were mad at me and told me I was starting to look like a man. And they wanted me to get my breasts back. And I was like, then I just looked at them and said, you want me to have thunder thighs and a huge butt, or do you want me to have big breasts? I mean, you can't have both. I lose the weight, my breast size is obviously going to go down. It's just what happens to women. So you want me to have big breasts, then I'm also going to have the other again. So your choice, you decide. So that from that day forward, I made a decision. I am my owner of my own happiness and my own life, not them. And you have to make yourself happy, and you can't let other people, and the way they talk to you, make your decisions on what you do and how you pursue your life. You have to decide how you pursue your life. Okay. So that's my story. I hope you enjoyed hearing it. I hope that it makes you guys see that you're not the only ones. So please, please, every time in my videos, I tell you not to quit your journey, not to give up. It's because I've been there. I've fallen off. And I've had times where I've been so stressed out about it that I just gave up, and I was like, forget it. I'm just going to let myself go to be 200 pounds. I'm not going to care about myself anymore. And just because I was so frustrated because I kept falling off. Don't let yourself do that. You're worth it. You're so worth it. Don't give up. As long as you are trying, as long as you get back on it, and once you fall off and you jump back on it, you're doing the right thing. And you're doing great. And don't let anybody tell you different. And don't let anybody tell you what you should or shouldn't look like either. And that happens a lot too. So, um, you know, you should be proud of it. If you're a woman who's gotten a lot of muscle definition, be proud of that. You know how hard you have to work for that. I know how hard you have to work for that. I see these women that does these bodybuilding competitions and stuff after, it takes years of training to get that. Years. So you see a woman that's real muscular, don't tell her she looks like a man and don't demean her. Instead, you should say, girl, you look hot, because I know how hard you work to get that body. Because honestly, it takes a heck of a lot of work to get looking like that for a woman. It don't come easy. For us men, it's just like, boom. It's not fair. I work out and I try to diet with my husband. Sometimes in the past, we'd start at the same time. He'd have 10 pounds off and I'd have 3. 10 to 3. And I would look at him and I'd be like, oh, because men can lose weight fast. A guy that's 200 pounds, guarantee you he could be 160 in a matter of 2 months. A girl, 200 pounds, she's going to be 190 to something like that in 2 months, maybe. So men just lose faster. So you definitely don't compare yourself to another guy, to a guy if you're a woman, because it's just not going to work. Men just do lose faster. So a guy that's chunky now, 2 months from now, you look at him and be like, what happened to you? Look at the weight you lost. It's amazing how quick men can change. It's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, guys are watching right now. So have a great night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed hearing my story, and I'm sorry for rambling at the end, but anyway, I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. I've had somebody try to get me to quit my YouTube, and yeah, not this far in. I got too many people that really looked to my workouts and things. So yeah, I'm here for you. Just know that, remember my Facebook business page and my personal Instagram account that's called Dixie Cuddles Fitness. Just message me if you need somebody to talk to, because I'm here. Have a great night. Whatever you do, keep moving, keep eating healthy. And what is my third and last part of my motto? Don't ever give up. Don't forget to subscribe.